to Google Cloud OnBoard GCP Fundamentals, a 3-day event where we're going to give you training to help you become a better practitioner or developer. We're coming to you live from Singapore, but we have over 30,000 people registered from across the region, so hello to everyone from across Asia Pacific. My name's Jay Jenkins. I have the pleasure of leading a fantastic team of customer engineers here in Southeast Asia. If you have colleagues or friends that would also like to join us, feel free to forward them the email or send them the link, and they can join us as well. If you're on social media, our hashtag for today is Google Cloud OnBoard. So please join us on Twitter and help us spread the word around this fantastic event that we have for you today. On the interface today, you can see that we have a home button, which will let you know the agenda for the day, and will also always bring you back to the live stream. We also have a Q&A button, a super important button, where we have experts standing by, ready to answer your questions. We're doing this live so we can keep this interactive. This is also a community event, so please, if you know the answer to one of the questions below, feel free to answer it and let's keep the conversation going. Today, we're focused on core infrastructure, so really the foundations of your learning journey. This is where it all begins. We're going to start talking about compute and storage and bringing together everything you need to know about the basics of the platform. We'll have 3 modules for you today, and later on, we'll also have our Google Cloud Hero event, which will take place starting on Thursday after the 3rd day of the event. Later on today, we'll also have quick labs. So for those of you who want to get hands-on, you can. One of our engineers, Han, will be taking you through the platform, walking you through one of the quick labs, and you can follow along. Speaking of community, we have a team of people called Google Developer Experts, which are people outside of Google who help build developer communities around Google Cloud Platform. Joining us today, Hazwan, one of the software engineers from Acronis and also Google Developer Expert, is joining us. Hazwan has been building communities for a while through blogs and through GDG events, or Google Developer Group events. Hazwan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey Jay, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. Great, have a seat. So Hazwan, as I was mentioning, you've been building communities for a while. What inspired you to start building these communities, and how did you start to get involved?
So regarding that point, so how it got started is a Googler reached out to me and invited me to help out with the community, and it's like, yeah, sure, I'll help out. And then eventually I became an organizer of this group called GDG Cloud Singapore. And then eventually, as time goes by, I had speaking opportunities and gave talks and about Google Cloud technologies and how they operate. Yeah.
Okay. And then so moving from communities then to being a Google Developer Expert, what was that journey like, and what inspired you to do that?
Okay, so how I became this Google Developer Expert. So firstly, I was involved with all the organizing of events. So last year we had a whole bunch of activities that happened. So we had hands-on sessions which we usually call study jams, and we had conferences. So with all these activities, we kind of needed speakers and people to conduct workshops. So there was kind of a lack of that in Singapore. So we as organizers, we kind of had to step in here and also be part of the group that share our knowledge. So personally, for me, I kind of love to dabble around this Google Cloud technology. I play around with the products on my side time. So yeah, so I kind of got involved with the both of the organizing bit as well as going to present in the conferences and also be part of the team that do workshops for people.
Fantastic. So you mentioned your passion for these technologies and that you play around with these yourself. So what are some of your favorite technologies on Google Cloud Platform?
So I mainly dabble around with the serverless side of things. So serverless is kind of a buzzword right now in the industry. So I'm gonna name like three of one of my favorite products. So one of the ones that I played with for quite a while. This product called Google Cloud Functions. I think pretty sure you heard of it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So Cloud Functions is essentially a service that Google Cloud Platform provides, where you as the developer, you take a language like Python or Java, just write that function, and then you hand it off to Google, and Google like runs that function for you. The nice thing is, since this is like a serverless piece of technology, so the billing for it is where you pay on use basis rather than a pay on the hourly basis. So for me, like if they're doing it for my side project, yeah, it's kind of economic, very economic, cost effective. Yeah, that's the term for it. Yeah, so that's one of the technologies like I like to play around with. So another piece of tech that I kind of found quite interesting is this technology called Google Cloud Run. So Google Cloud Run is one of the more interesting tech. I think it was released last year during Cloud Next. It was kind of a big thing then. So Cloud Run is a product where you as a developer, you take your application, you package it up into a Docker container, and you hand it off to Google, and Google just runs it for you. So it kind of sounds similar to Google Cloud Functions. But the one of the difference is that for Cloud Run, it takes in a Docker container, or essentially a container, and with that, it gives you more flexibility. Like you can put in any kind of binary, any kind of runtime that you want. Like I think last year there was a talk. I kind of did a talk about how you can package up R, which is like not any cloud provider is going to provide that runtime for in a serverless fashion for you. Then another piece of tech that like the third one, right? So the third one would be Google Cloud Build. So yeah, just now I was mentioning about Google Cloud Function and Google Cloud Run, right? So you build applications for that. But let's say for you as a developer, like you wouldn't want to keep thinking about how do I deploy this application to Google Cloud Platform. Like ideally, the best workflow would be where you write your application or function, you push it to a Git repo, and then magic happens and your application get deployed. So Cloud Build is that glue, that magic that makes it happen. So it kind of allows you to allows you to build up your CI/CD pipelines.
Right.
Yeah, to make your application process much more smoother.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, those are our three fantastic products, and if you take those products and put them together with what we're talking about today around core infrastructure, one of the things that we say whenever we're building inside of Google is we want to make sure that the easy things are awesome, and then the hard things are possible, right? So whether you want to leave it to Google to sort of scale your application for you and you want to focus on your code, or if you have a specialized application that needs direct access to that infrastructure, all things are possible.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you actually have quite a few Google Cloud certifications.
Yeah.
There are many people who are starting their learning journeys today. Do you have any advice for them on how to approach certifications?
So I roughly take about 1 to 2 months to prepare for such certifications. So one of the I'll probably list down like some of the resources that I kind of look at. So in each of the certification page, I believe there should be a Coursera link that will link you to a set of Coursera courses that you can take. So within that Coursera courses, like you basically will you can get through the theoretical bits of what is needed for that certification. Like let's say it's a security bit, like you go through like envelope encryption or some sort like that. Then beyond that, in order to like ensure your passing of your certification, it's kind of important that you practice what you learn. So instead of Coursera And I think like just now, I believe you mentioned about Quick Labs. Those platforms provide a guided walkthrough of how to use the technologies, but guided walkthroughs, you can only learn so much. Best is to actually try those technologies out yourself and practice and learn and try different scenarios and find out like how does this piece of technology actually work, what are the pitfalls, and what things to look out for. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Hoswan, and thank you for everything you're doing to help build great developer communities.
Yeah, thanks, Jane.
Great. If you would like to know more about being a Google Developer Expert, the link should be below on your screen now. So we're just about to start our sessions. I would like to introduce Ify Lin, who will be your instructor for today. Ify is a technical instructor on Google Cloud. He loves technology, and today he's here to share his expertise with you. Before joining Google, Ify has also helped to build large architectures for large enterprises. So Ify has a great deal of experience that he's going to share with you. If you have any questions at all during these sessions, you can ask a question below. So remember, hit that blue Q&A link, and you can ask a question. If you know an answer to a question, please respond. Right? This is a community event. Let's make sure we keep the conversation going. And speaking of conversation, our hashtag for today is Google Cloud OnBoard, so use that on all of your social media accounts. My name's Jay Jenkins. I lead an engineering team here in Southeast Asia. We already have over 30,000 people registered, but it's not too late to register. So if you have friends or colleagues that are going to be interested in today's content, please forward that to them so that they can get involved. Today's focus is core infrastructure. Tomorrow we'll be talking about data analytics and machine learning, and on day 3 we'll be talking about application development on Google Cloud Platform. Today is really just the start of your journey, your learning journey. At the end of each day, we will also have hands-on labs. So Han will walk you through some hands-on labs. If you do not have a Quick Labs account set up, please take advantage of the breaks throughout the day to get that set up so that when Han does his walkthrough, you're ready to go. With that, I would like you to enjoy today's sessions on core infrastructure. We have 3 modules today, data analytics and machine learning, 4 modules tomorrow, and then finally on the last day, application development, we'll have 3 modules again. At the end of these 3 days, we will also start a Cloud Hero event. Stick around, Han will have more information on that Cloud Hero event for you later. So remember, once again, ask questions below. We do have experts standing by. I'll also try to hop in and answer a few questions as well, and I'll be back with you at the end of the day for a wrap-up. Please let us know how today went, fill out the surveys, get involved. Thank you very much, and enjoy your session.